I mean, I don't see how we can't be happy about that. It should. So I immediately set myself up to expect a release. VIP section, you guys know how to do. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. It is Tuesday, February 20th. Black History Month, as they say, right? Towards the tail end of it. Season's finally over. I think I probably said this the last show. I'm not sure yet, but you can see everything's tucked away in the back, right? It's that time to sit around and be bored for a little bit, Try to figure out what to do to stop driving yourself from being crazy. Because there's no football. We got the draft coming up. Free agency first. There's a lot to talk about. We'll see what we can get into this show. Maybe we go long, maybe we don't. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, it should be a good show. Should be a great show tonight. Salute Steve, my guy. Always in the building for your boy. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, it should be a great show. I forgot something. I think I gotta drop before I get too far into it. Yeah, it should be a great show. I got a nice little syllabus, a nice little plan for us to go through. Trying to think. There's a lot going on, right? We got coaches being filled. Definitely gonna hit that. That's probably gonna be the first topic, how that's gonna tie into what we've already built when it comes to the coaching staff. I think we're almost pretty full. If not, I'm almost sure we are. Once we do actually finally get all the final pieces together, we'll obviously discuss that accordingly. But yeah, we'll definitely look into the remaining pieces, if so, as well. But we'll definitely have a full, complete show on all staff, right, from top to bottom. If y'all know Rundown, you know how he get down. We're really gonna dissect every position from Mark Davis all the way down. They list the janitors. We want to see how he mop. Got to see how it get down. Yeah, we're gonna dissect it all, right? Because it takes everybody. It takes everybody that's a part of the organization. Whoever gets a check. It takes every last one of you to get to that special place and win it. Trust me. I'm sure all the ones that have said that, I've won that before have said it. I've never heard anything different. It's the number one thing that I hear about any championship team. No matter where it is, everything fell your way, but yeah, you definitely had that togetherness, and literally everybody in the organization held their own, right? Pulled their own weight. So yeah, coaching is very important. I'm definitely going to bring out why I think it's so important, particularly with the picks that we have that rolled in recently. One, I want to say just an update today. I'm probably not the one breaking him, but yeah, I'm definitely going to break him as far as, why it's kind of an important piece for sure. And then as always, we're going to hop into, my bad. The college draft, the NCAA kids draft. We're going to dive into that. Yeah, brain fart. Yeah, sitting right in front of me too. But yeah, we're going to dive into the top 12 picks, I want to say, or top 12 rated quarterbacks, coming out for the draft. I mean, we obviously already know the main top 6, if you will, something along those lines. But, I mean, there's some new surprises, if you ask me, as far as the potential, right? It's quite a few. There's over 20 quarterbacks in the draft, obviously. Not 20 quarterbacks will be drafted, but absolutely, there's some names that we'll go back into it. We'll definitely go in and see what's going on there. Shout out to Skyhammer. Appreciate you. Salute. We definitely gonna get into some of these things too, Steve. You know what I'm saying? We bring back Jacobs in the meet. I think you say yes for both of those, but we'll definitely dive into that. Nutty Raider Nate, salute. Appreciate you for showing up. So yeah, we're gonna dive into all of those top 20, I guess you can say. We can go all the way through 24 if y'all like. It just depends on what the vibe is when it comes to dissecting these quarterbacks just a tad bit more. Definitely got a little bit more graphics for you today to look at and give us a little bit more insight on each and one of these guys that's coming out. And then last but not least, right? The quarterbacks as far as the free agents. I got top 6. Got them compared to other players when they were, free agents, if you will, and how they projected. All that good stuff. It's definitely going to be a packed show. Super, super duper packed show. You always know it could be anybody that shows up. Absolutely anybody can show up today. Turf always keeps it funky with guests. And eventually I'm actually going to start bringing some guests on and doing a little bit of an interview style. Not that that's my thing, but I think owe the public to a couple of people, especially Raider Nation, as far as some of the guys I may be able to get up there and give y'all some insight from, their professional lives and so forth. And some of these guys I've played with, obviously not at the professional level, but collegiate, even high school potentially, right? There's a potential for all that based on where I'm from and my career myself. So going through college. But yeah, that's pretty much the syllabus for today. So yeah, I'm gonna go on ahead and jump right into it. Let me see. I'm gonna switch this up. Thank you. All right, yeah, I think I gotta switch that because if I give you that view, got you. You can hear me now, right? Okay. You can hear me now, right? Thumbs up. Sound. We good? Okay. Yeah, you can hear me. Perfect. All right, yep. So as I said already, appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to the chat. Chat lives matter, as I always say. So back at it. Carnell Cadillac Williams has been hired as the new running backs coach. Williams, a former NFL player with the Bucks. He started his coaching career as a graduate assistant, as most do, at University of West Georgia. I actually didn't know that about him. He was absolutely a monster, if you ask me. Um, Without a doubt, when it came to college as well as the pros. Not quite I don't think he was anywhere remotely close to, I would say, a jacket wearer, but definitely somebody. Has he made pro? Probably made all pro. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if he made all pro more than a few times. Honestly, I never really followed him like that. He was a running back that I liked, but just not somebody that drew my attention, if you will, at that time. I'm sure he had tough running backs to deal with based on his heyday. But being our coach, I think it's a match made in heaven. I think he fits that Raider etiquette. He was definitely, not a third down back by any means, if you will. He was definitely somebody that knew how to get fourth and an inch. And I think we're going to be happy with the production that he gets out of the running backs that we have. I mean, JJ's coming back. Zeus obviously is easily coming back. And to be honest, even if, a few of the others don't, we still have people that can step it up, right? Britton Brown, I think, is still around, practice squad. I want to say my guy, Sincere McCormick, is even still around on the practice squad. You just never know what's going on, right? And it's very possible my guy Walter, number 32, he's definitely somebody that unfortunately got hurt. I constantly gave him praise, talked about him on a regular as far as the way he ran the ball through camp as well as during the game. I mean, that man was fighting for a job. He ran with passion, in my opinion. So, yeah, I agree. Cut all of the Patriot running backs. It is time for our boy Bolden to make a move, I think. He definitely had a fabulous career. He may go somewhere. I'm not sure about that, right? Who knows? He's very old as a running back. Salute my guy, Tony. Appreciate you for showing up, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happens with that kid, but for us, I think this Cadillac Williams running backs coach is a fabulous pickup, and I think we'll be real happy with it. Very, very happy with it. So, hey, we'll see what happens. Y'all tell me if y'all think that's a good, bad, or indifferent pickup. I think it's pretty good. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Next guy in place. That is right. Mr. Rich Gangarello, I believe is how you pronounce it. The team is also reportedly close to hiring Rich, which I believe we have for the quarterback's coaching job. Scangarlo has been coaching since 1998 and has experience with the Raiders. He was an offensive quality control coach in 2009. So check this out. That's basically, right, what Coach AP's son just got hired for. So what does that tell you? His very beginning started, right, pretty much, if you will, as a Raider. I think that's important. I think that's absolutely important. Shout out to my guy that's in the building. I always gotta give the proper salute to those TRS boys. How we get down. This guy started out a Raider, man. I mean, how important do you think that is? We want people that want to be there, right? We understand it's not going to be easy. We're misfits. We don't fit. That's part of the problem with the league. They already trying to get after our boy as it is, from what I hear. Rumor around how he wants to handle, trying to rough up Mr. 15 over there. I mean, it is what it is. We abide by the rules. We'll stick within those rules, but we absolutely going to touch him every time. Yep, Max going to still keep calling him little boy. All that good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, this guy right here, I mean, he started as a Raider, if you want to say. He's worked with plenty of quarterbacks, you know. In fact, once I get through with this, I'm going to drop in the link. My guy Rundown has an outstanding video on both of these guys. He definitely breaks them down and gives you way more information than I have here, for sure. And I definitely highly suggest checking that out. But yeah, I'm ready for this guy. I think he's going to fit in perfectly. And I think we're going to have a great offensive quarterback coach, right? I believe that's exactly what he is. Yep. And he's going to fit nicely with Getsy. And this very last but not least piece, which I am just super duper duper ecstatic about, because look, before I even pull him up, just to get you all prepared, especially Rundown if he's watching somewhere, you know, we always got to prepare Rundown for the old folks. rundown is a problem with the old sister. But yeah, you know, we have a lot of youth in the front office, and I mean a lot of youth. I mean, this is new. Just like a lot of things in the NFL, where it comes to quarterbacks in the first round actually being ready and prepared to lead a team to the playoffs and actually win a playoff game. Shout out to CJ Stroud, right? I mean, there's just differences and things are changing. So to say we have a young staff is an understatement, right? You already know AP is his first year as a head coach officially. I mean, even Getsy. He's 39. Excuse me. He's 39, I believe. Yeah. 39, that's very, very young for an offensive coordinator. You know, so with that kind of youth, when it comes to those positions, what you really want to, you know, straight up be, you know, real sound with your foundation and make sure that things are solid. I mean, you bring a guy like this in right here, Joe Philbin. He's been around football. Oh man, hold on one second. Let me put that back. Yeah, he's been around football for the last 4 decades on both collegiate and professional levels. He was the last in the NFL with Dallas Cowboys as their offensive line coach for 3 seasons. I mean, let's keep it real. We already know the Cowboys always run well. I mean, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. We already have an offensive line coach. We have a lot of our pieces put together. He's coming in as an assistant, and you know, he is a wealth of knowledge. I put this Green Bay picture of him up there for a reason, because guess who else was at Green Bay? Yeah, we all know and guessed it. Devontae Adams, right? Also Getsy, right? I mean, listen, we are really putting things together. I'm telling y'all, we are literally building a superpower front office. It's so funny they're doing what they're doing, because you know, I don't want to let the cat out the bag for my plans, right? But I'm just telling y'all, I think this is a match made in heaven. You have the old with the new. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have the ability to do what you want to do because you're feeling like invincible right now, right? Let's be real. You know, these guys is absolutely feeling like superheroes. It's like being 20 again, playing the game and just knowing that, you know, you could just be wild and reckless with abandonment. And that's what we're building with nothing but the most respectful seniors to ever be part of the game. Are you kidding me? Every last one of them have won at some level, right? When it comes to the elderly, if you will. And I think Rundown absolutely is going to appreciate that, as all of Raider Nation is going to appreciate that the minute that things get rolling, because we're going to have the ability to do things that haven't been done before, in my opinion. We have a young staff that's going to get after it, but we also have the ability to reach out to the elders and stay sane, keep ourselves even keeled. I can't say everybody has that, right? You know, people will be held in check. That's the other thing I love about what we've done to the front office, and Mark's kind of showed that. And hey, I'm speculating, right? For all I know, who Mark may be calling all the shots. I mean, hey, AP maybe, but the way they have perceived it to the public, and I don't see anybody else explaining it any different, is that there's checks and balances across everywhere. There's no way that Telesco is going for a pick that AP doesn't agree on, that Champ doesn't agree on. There's no hire that Sandra doesn't agree on, right? That Mark doesn't agree on. And then you got big man. I always forget his name constantly. Defensive tackle. He's part of the front office as well. I mean, we got everything checked and balanced, so that we don't make stupid decisions like we've been making over and over and over again for the last 20 plus years. I really think that our front office has to be one of the strongest front offices, with the minds that are in there and the most dangerous young boys at the point position. Like my man said, this guy is building an absolute bully. I'm telling you, they already scared. They already trying to tame us off of words. They trying to tame us off of words, ladies and gentlemen. Already they nervous. Rafa in the building. What's cracking? I don't know what else to tell y'all. I am pumped up. I am absolutely pumped up about the possibilities when it comes to the front office. I really think that's going to be something that takes us way further than anybody ever expected. And the way that it is, you really do now have the ability to put accountability on each and every person that's a part of that team. Obviously, it starts from the head coach when it comes to, everything else from below him as far as rank is concerned. But I mean, everybody's got their check and balance, in my opinion. I think you got to do your job, and you're going to have to do it well, and there will be no hiding from anybody. It's just not possible in the way they have it structured. And we got dogs at every position. And I'm talking the front office. We haven't even gotten into the football team yet, which obviously is being built beautifully right now. I don't know what else to say from that respect. I think we are absolutely looking fire when it comes to our front office. I mean, tell me where I'm wrong. I don't think there's many you can put ahead of us, when it's all said and done, outside of obviously the ones that's on top. Let's keep it real. Andy Reid, he's a dream. You know what I mean? Give him his props. I've always adored Andy Reid, if you didn't know. I absolutely hate the Chiefs with a passion. But, I mean, without a doubt, you have to love competition. Without competition, you have no game. So you got to envy the guys that really do eat, sleep, and drink it, right? It's absolutely a part of their whole being. And I mean, when you see it come to fruition like Andy Reid, you got to give him props. So shout out to Andy Reid. Shout out to them when it comes to that. It's enough of that when it comes to them. Let's dive right into it. I want to talk about quarterbacks, right? These are the top three. I don't know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. What do y'all think? Comment in the chat. It would not shock me at all if these guys go exactly as you see. 1, 2, and 3. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about Caleb Williams. I don't think he's anything special. I'm along the lines of, forget old boy's name that came out and said that, who tends to be right. I mean, Rundown absolutely adores Caleb. That's his guy. By the way, for the record, Turf been telling everybody from jump the minute that I saw that AP got that boy at Arizona State, right, along with Jack Jones. When I saw that, Turf knew what was going down. Turf knew exactly what was going down. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I really do believe it's no secret in my opinion. And I think it'll be at 3. I think we'll be that. I think it'll probably be the Patriots, right? I'm guessing that's who we're going to trade with. And I expect we'll give, what, 3 firsts, 2 seconds? 2 firsts, 2 seconds? Everybody okay with that? What are you not okay with giving up for Jaden Daniels? It's no secret, you know. The kid came into our locker room. You know what I'm saying? He came into our locker room. It's obvious. It's obvious, man. I mean, I can't do Bay. I can't do Bay. I can't do any of these two for what they cost. Look, I got to tell y'all, I already believe that Drake May is the Trubisky of this draft. He's only got 1 year. He plays in the ACC. I'm just not feeling it. Sorry. I mean, hey, prove me wrong, kid. Prove me completely wrong. But I'm not sold. I'm really not sold on Caleb for several reasons. I just don't think he's special at all, to be honest. I just don't. I don't know what else to tell you guys on him. Yeah, I watched him play. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain it. I just don't see what everybody else sees. It should be easy for him to prove me wrong based on what everybody, he's the number 1 ranked guy. I will admit, I didn't realize he had a, 4.640 like that. And to be honest, looking at May here, I did not realize that kid had a 4.640. At 6'4", I might add you 230 pounds. Who does that sound like? That sounds like Cam Newton-esque, don't it? I don't know what Cam ran. I know Cam was about 6'5", right? 6'4", 6'5", 6. I don't know. That's big. That's big. I'm just saying that's big. Obviously, our guy sticks out 100%, and that's right. 4.540. I mean, the guy is going to absolutely blaze in the league. 100%. He's going to blaze. There's no way I cannot say I'm telling you right now, if we found a way to get first, for whatever crazy reason, the Chicago feels bad or Getsy's got some film on somebody, I have no idea. But if we find a way to go up top to number 1, which I highly doubt will be the case, but if we were to do that, I believe it would be for Daniels and not Caleb. I've been saying that a lot. I'd like to hear what y'all have to think. And I am going to run through these comments shortly. But I definitely want to know, what y'all think on that. Right? Because, I just think that's the way it's going to go down. I think if we get the number 1 pick, we're going for Jaden Daniels. But I believe, I don't know, because from what I understand, Caleb is only 6'1". That's another thing, man. He's tiny from that respect. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Drew Brees was 6'1". That can be irrelevant, right? I mean, look at Kyler Murray. I mean, he's not great, and he's, after injury, he's still got to see if he's got anything in him. But hey, even Baker Mayfield, he's 6'1", isn't he? I don't know. I don't know if that's a big deal for others. I don't find anything special in him at all, anyways. And I'm not trying to be that guy, or I'm just being honest. I don't think that's the case. Nah, I think, you know what? I think Fields goes to the Falcons. I think he's going home. He's going home. And I did see Cowtown in here. Salute Cowtown Luda. Appreciate you dropping by, boss. But yeah, I think Fields is a done deal. I think it's going to be the Falcons for sure, but I could be wrong. So back to here. I haven't seen. He's in the ACC 1 year, young. I really don't see it. Jaden is who I want out of all of them. Period. Turf wants Jaden. Period. No questions asked. The only difference, and I know people are gonna laugh at me or call me crazy. I just don't want him to start his first year. I want him to go from 6'4", 210 pounds to 6'4", 225 pounds, and then I want to put my Maserati out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put him out there with factory tires. Need my guy to get upgraded on the shoes. Get a little bit more rubber to him. It's going to be a lot of wear and tear out there. I could see him being that dual threat that we haven't seen in a long time. And I'm talking serious dual threat like you saw at LSU. I think that can translate easily to the NFL. 100% with this kid. I just don't want him to get hurt. I don't want him to get hurt at all. And I think it'd do him a favor to, get a year under his belt, understand the speed of the game, and absolutely get some weight on him, man. That's what I think. So that's 1 through 3. Now, hey, we gotta be real with this one. And yes, Cowtown, I agree with you. He's thin. He is thin. So I wouldn't shock me if he's about 200. 190, 195. I agree with you, Cowtown. 100%. But so now this is the other thing we got to think about and look at. What if the price is too high? What if they're serious? Because look, if I'm the Bears, I'm getting 5 first rounders. I know everybody wants this kid. Why would I let these people come out? Why would I let these people come out without giving me the house? I want 5 first rounders. You're not giving me 5 first rounders, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not moving. I'm not budging. So say, Tony. I think he could be Randall and then some. This kid Jake. I really do. I think he could be Randall and then some. And Randall, we all know, is outstanding, phenomenal. I was very fortunate. My fullback I always talking about. Shout out to Dre out in Vegas. His kids grew up with Randall Cunningham's kids, so I used to see them at the Junior Olympic track meets. They used to come out to Houston, out in Vegas, etc. But yeah, I think Randall Cunningham and then some would be an accurate statement on Jaden Daniels for sure. I think the kids got it. I know AP wants him. That's all he wants. But say again, like I said, if we can't get that, well then we gotta go here, right? Hopefully y'all can see the next 4 through 12, right? And I mean, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a bad list. It's not a bad list at all. This list is pretty good, if you ask me. Yeah, I think it's very good. I think, Penix, I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous with him because he's injury prone. His legs are done, ladies and gentlemen. He's got done. Didn't he blow both of his knees? Like, who wants to spend any kind of money on that? I'm sorry. I know, and this may sound insensitive to people. I'm not trying to sound that way or be that way in any way, shape, or form. It's just my honest, pure thoughts, unfiltered. So Penix, if he fell to us far, third, fourth round, yeah. As long as we've gotten both of our offense and defensive linemen. If we've gotten our offense and defensive linemen intact, why not give him a shot? Personally, don't think he can beat out AOC. So for the people that want to see AOC beat, sorry. I don't think that's a good fit. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is if we don't, right? We don't have the ability to move up because no one is paying 5 first rounders. I don't even think I would do 4. I don't think I would do 4 first rounders. Salute D Menace. Appreciate you for showing up. So yeah, Bo Nix, I think everybody knows how I feel about Bo Nix. I absolutely can't stand Bo Nix, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what it is. I think it's just I feel like he's just cheated college and he did what I wanted to do. I did what he did, but from an academic standpoint. Yeah, let Turf break this down for y'all real quick. My parents, they hated me for this one. But yeah, I decided after football that I wanted to become a professional student. Yeah, right? Had my ride, had my scholarship. It was being paid for as far as the classes and things I was taking. I mean, I have receipts for this. Turf was in school for 7 years straight. I should be a doctor. Yeah, this is I can't believe I'm actually telling this story live to the world. I should be a doctor. I was in school for 7 years. I didn't miss a semester. I talked my way out of flunking out a few, but I didn't miss any semesters. I graduated with a GPA. Yeah, but long story short, I wanted to be a professional student. So I think, Bo got to live out my dreams. I actually used to wake up still thinking I had eligibility. I don't know about y'all. I didn't think I did enough in college. I didn't get a chance to. That's a whole nother conversation. I probably need therapy, right? Sports therapy. But yeah, that's why I hate Bo Nix, I guess. Yeah, right? Yeah, I hate Bo Nix. All right, McCarthy. PCS in the building. That's Chris's boy. I actually am not mad if we got McCarthy. Again, it's going to have to be late, right? Anybody that's on this list we looking at, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to have to be late. I'm sorry. I'm just not giving up much. Right? We can fill out our team. And y'all already know I feel like we can win with AOC. That's real talk. Shout out to AOC. I got you my quarterback right now. Hey, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I believe in AOC. I think AP believes in AOC. I can guarantee you one thing. The fact that AP got a second chance, meaning he got a first chance, right, at being the head coach after interim, I guarantee you he is going to give Aiden O'Connell every bit of every chance, no matter who he goes. Even if he goes and gets his boy, I guarantee you Aiden O'Connell will have a legitimate, fair shot at keeping his job. And that is real talk. And that's something that you have to commend AP for. And you know what? I've already said it, including potentially Jaden. Because, hey, he's small. Bottom line, he's not going to be running wild like he did in college or out in the NFL. It won't work. He'll be done in 6 to 8 games. He'll never make it through a season. And then he's going to give the job to guess who? Probably AOC. And AOC is going to rip it. I'm just telling y'all right now, be prepared. However it goes down, AOC is going to rip it. The man is not giving his job up easy. I don't know. He needs to hire me as his hype man. Something. I'm telling y'all. I know I saw something in AOC. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not the only one either. I know the guys trusted him, believed in him. Saw it with my own 2 eyes, straight up, close and personal. The kid never blinked. Never blinked. So, yeah, you tripping. It's too terrified. I want to make sure y'all can see me because, I'm reading the screen, but, my main joint, You got to deal with it, D-Menace. You got to deal with it. Trying out new things here. So, yeah, let's get back to this list. I actually don't know too many of these other people from this list here. I really don't know what to tell you about Michael Pratt, right? But this kid, he's a 4.65 speed. He's 6'2". He's lighting the butt, but for 6'2", he's probably pretty solid. 216. Yeah, and he's got a good rating. I mean, they say his qualities are noteworthy, and he's got a football IQ. So you can't count him out. I mean, is that Tulane? I don't know. I think that's Tulane. I can't tell. But anyways. I honestly don't know anything about him. So, but this next kid, Jordan Travis, yeah, buddy. Look, and this is what I'm trying to say. I skipped over Rattler, didn't I? I did skip over Rattler. Let me hop back to 7 because I do have to acknowledge and give Spencer Rattler his props because, again, in a lot of drafts, in a lot of mock drafts, which people are doing left and right, he actually lands on our squad. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be mad at that at all. The kid's got a chip on his shoulder. He was on that show. Keep mentioning it to make sure that people know who he is. And if they really want to go look for themselves to see what type of kid we'd have if he came to the Raiders, he kind of fits. I mean, and if he can bring that attitude and come and ball, I'm not mad at him at all. I would love to see that. Are you kidding me? I would absolutely adore to see that. Him come and rip it. He's short. He's 6 feet. It's 40 times 4'8". Rattler, he's definitely more of a statue. He's absolutely not going to, get you in the yards seriously on the ground. He's more of a passer for sure. Cerebral quarterback. I mean, he's the real deal. I gotta give it to him. He's the real deal. And if you saw him in the Senior Bowl, kid's got it. Again, you hear me saying it. I'm saying it out loud. I would not be upset if we got this kid. Wouldn't be mad at all. So, I don't know. I'd take him now. Already said Pratt, I really don't know much about him, and for that reason, he'll probably end up being one of the best quarterbacks in this draft, especially at 8, right? He's right in that middle where things really start to fall. Only reason I think this one kid fell, who is next, Jordan Travis, is obviously the injury. Had a bad injury, had to sit it out, right? And they earned a right to play in the Final Four, but because their quarterbacks were hurt, we all know the story. So it is what it is. I think Jordan might be the steal of the draft. You heard it from me first. 6'1", 4'6", 40. I mean, I don't know. He's got the ability to move. He's no Charlie Ward. I mean, for the guys that remember him, Florida State point guard, quarterback, one of the best athletes I've ever seen with my own two eyes. I don't know about y'all if you can remember that. Yeah. It is what it is with that. Joe Milton, quarterback from Tennessee, 6'5", 235. It's a big boy. 4'7", 840. So you're not asking him to move too much. I don't know much about these guys. I'm going to be honest. Sam Hartman, Notre Dame quarterback. The name does ring a bell. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I paid attention to him at all. Same thing for Tagovailoa. I don't know these guys. I really just don't. I don't know what else to say about that guy. Tony, the kid from Florida State is the real deal. He's definitely going to be on somebody's squad for sure, without a doubt. And with me capping off with this right here, at least for the for the kids out of college. Hold on one sec. Let me get this out of here. All right, now I want to run through a little bit. Through a little of the comments. Yep. So Cowtown in the building. I think the closer we get to April, the more film we will have been analyzed, and May will fall, and Rattler and McCarthy will rise. I agree with that. A lot, actually. Cowtown. They've already been talking about JJ rising big time. Same thing for Rattler. I agree. If we're taking which quarterback is day one ready, I think Rattler is one. If we're talking ceiling, I'm taking McCarthy. I don't disagree with that. See, me and Cowtown, we mad. We be right there, bro. We really do. I don't disagree with that. Yeah. Yep. Didn't realize Caleb was only 6'1". Absolutely. Yeah, yep. So where are we at with more of these comments? D-Menace, salute. Tony Sheffield. I appreciate y'all for showing up. I hope y'all love this content we got going out. We work hard to put this stuff together. We really honestly do. This was funny, D-Menace. Yep. I don't know, Chris. You really think Rattler can move, bro? He's definitely, for the definition that Gatsby gives, I would agree with that statement. I would absolutely agree with that. He's got mobility. How did he put it? Escapability. He's got escapability. So I would agree with you on that for sure. Do you all know much about the Florida State quarterback that got hurt? Didn't watch enough. I think I read this out, but I didn't put it up there. I believe it was an ACL. Again, I'm not too sure of what he tore or, put him out for the season, but I do know he was out for the season. But before that, he was balling. And if he wasn't out for the season, they would have been in the Final Four. They just literally did him dirty because they knew they had no more quarterbacks left, right? That's just really what it boiled down to. They had no more quarterbacks at all. So they had to do what they had to do, right? Had to do what they had to do. That's the way it be sometimes. Travis went head-to-head against Daniels in week 1. Straight up shootout. It doesn't shock me. I'm telling you right now that I want Daniels. Daniels all day. That's who I want. And I'm okay with giving up a lot. And that shout out to Rundown, right? I give Rundown his props. He wore me down, man. Kid wore me down. He wore me down big time. wore me down big time. So I did have this one last little chart just to give y'all an idea of the athleticism, right? Of these top guys. And as you can see, our guy is up top here. You know what I'm saying? It's weight and speed. So we're talking athleticism. Let me repeat that. Athleticism. I'm not trying to say our guy is the best, right, in every category. But athleticism, I think he stands above them all. You know, Caleb comes in close second. Again, I'm shocked at some of these guys, man. 4'6", 225 for Colin Schlee. Drake May, 4'6", 230. I mean, these boys moving, bro. Huh? 6'4", Jordan Travis. Nice. I mean, 4'6'4". These kids is moving. Quarterbacks. They moving. Those ain't statues. Those are not statues at all, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So, yeah, please believe it. That's real right there. Don't get no realer than that. I think that kind of speaks for itself. But yeah, we're gonna dive into the last bit. Pull this right on up. Give you that double. I'm looking at both. Give you that double vision again because I'm looking at both. I probably said that twice, but we'll see. So yeah. This is free agency, and I forget which site. Obviously, fair use for a site. I got this. I chopped it up, but basically, you have your free agent comparison. I'm not sure if you guys can see me squiggling around. Probably not, but I'm at number 1. Top free agent comparison. Phillip Rivers back in 2020, if you will, right? When Phillip Rivers was a free agent. You're comparing him to Kirk Cousins, right? So clean pocket grade, pretty much the same. Hey, and I like Phillip Rivers. I don't know about y'all, but I thought Phillip Rivers was a baller. And the fact that he didn't curse, but knew how to trash talk better than the rest of them, made it even better. I mean, I adored the kid for a lot of reasons, but we're going to look at his numbers against Kirk Cousins. And it'll tell you a lot. I mean, I don't think you can. Phillip Rivers had a great career. He really did. You know, this is going to be a great clip because I'm absolutely putting him out there. Absolutely enjoy watching his career. 100%. Phillip Rivers, he's a fighter. If you want to go to war with somebody, Phillip Rivers is that guy. He just had that fire, in my opinion. You know, we watch the Chargers, you know, twice a year, right? Give them props where props are due. So back at it, first and second down grade, identical, right? Standard drop back grade, Kirk is actually better, and that makes a lot of sense. He's smaller, more agile, right? Sack rate, pretty much the same. Cap at signing, you know, that's one stat on here I'm not really looking to pay any attention to. You guys can, of course, obviously, if you like. But I'm going to move on to number 2. Top free agent comparison. Andy Dalton in 2023. Hey, and again, I'm not over here schmoozing to anybody. I don't like Andy Dalton as a quarterback. See, I'm not schmoozing. But at the same time, I'm going to 100% respect his career. Andy Dalton is a baller. Any of these guys are real, true ballers, man. Let's see. That's the thing that people tend to forget. Shout out to every and anybody that makes it to the league. Are you kidding me? We sit back here and we talk our talk, but let's not get it twisted. All these guys were top dogs everywhere else, regardless of what they did in the NFL. They were top dogs. So shout out to Andy Dalton. You did your thing. As far as comparing you when it comes to Ryan Tannehill. Now, me personally, not a Tannehill fan at all. Sorry. I mean, If we got 10, I don't even know how he's number 2 on this particular list to keep it 100. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. Obviously, clean pocket grade. He's going to definitely be better than that. For a lot of people that may not know, Ryan Tannehill started out as a wide receiver. In fact, he was a wide receiver all through college. He may have played a little bit of a quarterback, but for the most part, wide receiver. So clean pocket grade makes sense. First, second down grade makes sense. I mean, 10% upgrade is pretty significant. That's a significant upgrade, if you will. Standard drop back, 77, 79. I mean, it's the same. Sack rate, it's pretty tough. Yeah, it's slightly different. Yeah. So that could be due to Andy Dalton, 6% to 9%. You're talking. You're splitting hairs. It's not even worth discussing, to be honest. Excuse me. So yeah, let's keep it moving. Jameis Winston. I don't know if I put that video out there. I adore Jameis Winston. You can win games with Jameis Winston. You can blow teams out with Jameis Winston. He's not afraid to throw the ball. In fact, sometimes I wonder what he'd do with the weapons we had. Call me Crazy Joe, whatever you want. I really do wonder sometimes what that kid would do with the weapons we have. We got speed. We got perfectionists in route running. We got dogs in the slant. We got eliteness in the backfield. I mean, yeah. Long story short, we're going to compare him to a guy that I've obviously brought myself to the front of the congregation on when it comes to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, I was wrong. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Give your props, bro. I was wrong. Brought myself to the front of the congregation a few times for you. You're definitely doing your thing, but clean pocket grade, actually, Jameis is looking a little sharp. I mean, funny thing is, I think Jameis is sharper across the board, but I'm telling you right now, we could have blown out teams with Jameis Winston. The right Jameis Winston, we could have easily blown people out. Real tough. I mean, blown people out. Blown people out. The kid had no fear in throwing the rock. And I just honestly don't think many would have had an answer for the potential we could have put out there with the right coordinator, with the weapons we have now. We don't even need anything else. Nothing else needed. Nothing else warranted. Just what we got. 100%. So, yeah, Baker Mayfield. I would not be mad if we got Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I would not be mad at all. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe that, yeah. See, I think lost a couple of viewers. I don't know what to tell you. I would take him. I really would take him. It is what it is. So it's funny. This is the next comparison as we're all looking at this, right? Brian freaking Hoyer in 2015. That's 13 years ago. Or no, excuse me. 9 years ago. My bad. I was thinking 2005. 13. Anyways, my math is off right now. Long story short, this is a long time ago in football. I mean, it's Brian Hoyer. He's on our team and he's ancient. Why we're looking at this? Because he was a top free agent in 2015. Sounds strange to me. Yep, but this is the fourth comparison. I mean, again, it's a kid I like. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just fond of certain quarterbacks. I played with one of the best. Shout out to T-Banks. Tony Banks in the building if he's ever here. That might be somebody I get on a show here. But yeah, real talk. I'm fond of quarterbacks, man. I'll never forget seeing T Banks my first time at practice. And, I have a lot of stories when it comes to him. If you didn't know, he had already played baseball. He was a solid baseball player, I think out of high school, right? Which is why he had the ability to go to college for football, right? So, came to Mesa. My first year of college, I had phenomenal stats. It's just I never got the ball because we threw the ball 55 out of 60 plays due to Tony Banks. For the youngsters out there, Tony went on from Mesa. He went to Michigan State. From Michigan State, he got drafted in the 3rd round by the Rams. Journeyman, backup all throughout for over a decade. Probably one of the most storied backup guys, right? From that respect you could ever imagine. And this is why I can give a lot of respect to anybody that's made it, let alone the guys you don't even see on Sundays, because I'm telling y'all, I will never forget seeing this man in practice and saying, I get it now. Where am I going to school? Because it better be with a good education. I'm not that. Not that. And again, I'm not saying you need to compare yourself to that, if you will. In a lot of ways, you absolutely do, right? See, this is that other pesky thing about NFL. There's very small, minute fraction of people that get there. And I was up against a lot of ballers from San Diego, from all of California that didn't have grades. And that's the reason they were coming to Mesa or any other junior college. I actually had grades. I just didn't want to go where I could out of high school, which was back in Connecticut area. So long story short, I know I'm babbling. I need hours anyway. So hopefully y'all enjoying this story. Yeah, long story short, man, I saw this guy. I mean, I've seen a few stories. I'll never forget him knocking out Jason. This dude ran a slant, man. This dude threw the ball so hard. Knocked him off his feet, bro. I'll never forget it. Jason Brown. Man, I got stories for days. But anyways, back at it. Talking about quarterbacks. Got caught up. I regress, sorry. Gardner Minshew. It's Brian Hoyer. I don't know why I even want to discuss this. I mean, if you can't beat Brian Hoyer, I don't care what the situation may be. It's a problem. And he's got him across the board. So we're gonna move on to 5. I figured I have to bring the fans what they deserve is whatever that particular board is that they have, and that's what they have him ranked at. So I'm gonna report what I see there. Andy Dalton, right? Again, this is why Andy Dalton ain't no punk. He's being considered and compared to Jacoby Brissett. Another guy I'm totally cool with. I'm good with Jacoby Brissett. I would absolutely be okay with that kid as our quarterback. Again, see, I don't know. I think it's the newfound patience. Shout out to Dwight. Shout out to 3D, my Oakland crew, West Side. Yeah, for real. These guys, man, they're my crew. They my rock, man. And honestly, they help. They've given me a lot of insight on how to be a Raider. You talking OGs that, again, I talk about them all the time, and I will continue to. They grew up working in the stadium, born and raised in Oakland, and live in Vegas, man. So, yeah, I digress once again. But Jacoby, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Absolutely. His numbers are pretty good. I think if you're looking at Andy Dalton, you'll understand why I'll absolutely take him. I mean, his clean pocket grade, 90. By the way, that's rated higher than everything else on here. As far as everybody, I believe. Excuse me. Phillip and Kirk. They're the only other two that's rated higher when it comes to clean pocket. As far as Jacoby. First, second downgrade, nothing to rave home about. Slightly better than Andy. Standard drop back grade. It's got Andy by, 6% is, and it's a little more closer to 7%. That's a substantial 7% of anything is a great game. Are you kidding me? 7%? Gotta take that. So, yeah. And then last but not least, Joe Flacco. I thought Joe came in and balled. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, he's the dude, man. You know what I mean? He's the dude, bro. I gotta give it to you. I thought Joe came in and let's see if I can get it. Fireworks. Yeah, Joe came through and was like, hey, Joe is in the building. Joe Flacco, I'm here. And I'm letting y'all know. I thought he gave a performance of a lifetime this year. So, I mean, it obviously didn't get him to where it needed to. But long story short, Jameis Winston, clean pocket grade is worse than Joe Flacco. 3% on first, second down grade. Again, he's worse than the drop back grade, standard drop back. And sack rate, he's worse. I don't know. Joe balled this year, ladies and gentlemen. There were times where I wish he was there for us. I'm gonna be honest. I really honestly felt that way a few times. Like, yeah, that would work for me. Yeah, I just being honest. Straight up honesty. Yep. It would have worked for me. I don't know how y'all feel about that. But yeah. Look. Where Rundown at? Rundown in the building? Where you at, my guy? You supposed to hop up on here. I know it's Turf and Rundown on Thursdays. Y'all know what I'm saying, but yeah. You know how we get down. You know how me and Rundown get down. That's my guy. Yep. Yeah, I agree too, bro. No Tannehill, bro. No Tannehill at all. So, Jose, Big Daddy in the building? Say word! Big Daddy in the building. I'm just now noticing that. Are you kidding me? Do y'all know who Big Daddy is? Hold up, man. Hey, hold up. Do y'all know who Big Daddy is, bro? Do y'all know who Big Daddy is? Anybody know who Jose Delgado is in the building? Hey, I just want y'all to know he is a special, special human being. I was very, very fortunate to be one of several people to watch that man witness the Raiders fight their ass off. Look, we didn't win, but this man fought his ass off, man. I'm telling you, this man. The Raiders fought their ass off. I felt like they did it for this man when it comes to Jose. I'm telling y'all, Big Daddy, man, it's an honor. It's an honor for this guy to be in the building with us right now. That was his last out of all stadiums to hit and watch our Raiders play. All I can say is that'll go down as one of the moments of Raider Nation I'll cherish, Big Daddy. I don't know if you realize it. That was awesome. I've never been a part of that type of an NFL experience, and I'm telling y'all, that's big. I don't know. Can you call? maybe a guy that I play ball with, and that's a coach right now, can say absolutely. Of course, they've been to every stadium. That's easy. I'm talking about your average fan, bro. I ain't even saying Big Daddy average because ain't nothing average about Jose Delgado. Please believe it. Please believe it. But I just want to make sure I pay respects because I'm letting y'all know, man, this guy's special. And yes, your QB list in order is Daniels, Cousins, Baker. Big Daddy, you on X. Hey, somebody make sure he all right, and that was his list. Y'all see, y'all make sure y'all see what up with Big Daddy. Make sure that was his list for real. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. You see that, Chris? You know, I know, yeah, man, for y'all that don't know, man, I strive to be this kid. Man, I got so many in the, shout out TRFs. For real, Chris, hey, that's how I even know Big Daddy. Yep. Man. Ha ha! Say word, Nutty Raider Nate. Hey, real talk. He's my guy too, my dude. I'm a Flacco fan, bro. He came from Delaware, dog. He came from Delaware out of nowhere and just balled out. You got to remember, Delaware back then, I think, was still 1AA. See, people don't even know what that means. They don't even know. I say FCS and they don't even know what that means. Look, ladies and gentlemen, football was my life. It was my life. Period. No, I didn't make it to the league, but anybody that got up to the very last point knows exactly what I'm talking about. It was my life for a long, 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 long time. And still is. But yeah, Flacco is my guy, bro. I agree. Salute. Yes, sir. Raider Nation Jazzin'. Salute. Yep. Man, chat lives matters, ladies and gentlemen. Chat lives matter. Real talk. And we not done with this show. I'm making sure I'm getting it in because we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on with this. We got through the free agents. You know what I'm saying? We got you from the free agents and so forth. You already know, Big Daddy. Are you kidding me, man? Glad you could show. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I hope he gave you some insight, some knowledge, some of that Raider love, that Raider Nation, man. Gannon, I'm not sure. That's a good question, Tone. I'm not sure if Gannon was from Delaware. All I know is Flacco is one of my all-time favorites. One of my all-time favorites. 100%. All-time favorites. So, yeah, as I said, rundown, he probably, that kid works nonstop. Nonstop, that kid works nonstop. But there's some things that, Gunsmoke Games. We got some more questions out here. Who's our center, or can we get in the draft? I want a Kelsey type center. Hey, I think Parham could be that. Gunsmoke. We've never been able to, really get him at that position. We needed him at guard, right? And we paid Andre James an awful lot of money. So thank God we're done with that. I don't see us keeping James, especially for that price tag. So I think we will possibly draft a center. We're going to draft a lineman. I think we're going to get Fasano if we cannot get Daniels. I do believe they'll be asking for ridiculous prices. for the top 3 spots, and I don't blame him. I absolutely would be asking for the ridiculous prices too. If I was Chicago, I'm telling y'all, it would be no less than 5 first rounders, and everybody will laugh at me, and then I would just pick Marvin Harrison, or let them fight for the number 2 spot. I don't know, but I would definitely not do anything until the last second. And if at the last second nobody wants to give me 5 of them, minimum 4 of them for me to even blink, then peace. I'll take the best player that we know out of the draft, period. Everybody knows Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best player in the draft. Period. Who wants to debate it? Is there anybody willing to debate me? I may not make it his whole career, but dog it, I got a wife and kids, and I will place this bet right now. I guarantee you, Marvin Harrison Jr. has the better career out of anybody else in this draft, including Jaden Daniels. Who wants to bet it? Just saying. That's my thought. So, I mean, I wouldn't be trading. In fact, Justin, go ahead and unfriend us. Make it look bad. Man, you got to play games in this league. It's so cutthroat and thin. It's razor thin. It's razor thin on winning these games, ladies and gentlemen. It's razor thin. It's razor thin on getting this right. Man, I hope y'all are still in here. I messed up. I meant to post this. Hey, this is my guy Rundown's video. Boom, boom. Please go like, subscribe. It's going to tell y'all a much better breakdown of Cadillac Williams and our new quarterbacks coach. Go check that video out. Please like and subscribe. Absolutely. Rundown puts his heart into it. I'm impressed, to say the least, and I'm ecstatic that I get to work with the young man. He pushes me every day. Please like and subscribe that video. I promise you, you'll be doing yourself a favor. You're gaining more knowledge and insight on exactly who we have as far as these coaches and where they come from. I mean, you're talking to the nitty-gritty. Each place they've coached, apprenticed, assisted, wherever. It's absolute fabulous knowledge. Fabulous knowledge. That's what we do at the Raider Syndicate. Real talk, 100%. I mean, that's not only what we do. Cheeto Linus is the head of the design of anything when it comes to the apparel and the gear that you get. Man, Cheeto Linus, where is he? Normally in the building. Boom. I don't think y'all understand how special the Raider Syndicate is. It will become apparent. Please believe it. 100%. I got my team. So, but yeah, we're going to finish this show out. I said that I would bring up some topics, right? Outside of specific Raiders, right? Trying to warm y'all up, butter y'all up, see where y'all at with some things. Y'all could tell me if you're going to log off. Just say, Turf, you're going wrong. I just want to hear Raiders, right? Please, wherever you could tell me. But I'm going to bring up some topics, man. I love all sports, just as an FYI. I mean, maybe this is a chance for me to give a little bit more insight on Turf, right? I don't know if y'all know about Turf and where his heart lies first and foremost, and for what sport. And I think I actually have a chance to kind of finagle this to show you. You kind of see it. Let me see. Yeah, you kind of see it right there, right? You see where my finger is? Y'all know who that is? Y'all know who that is right there? That is Spence versus Crawford. That is Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford. If you didn't know, Turf's name is Terrence. Yeah. Bud Crawford is my favorite fighter. Period. Bud is my favorite fighter. Period. Mayweather was there for quite some time. I might mess up some stuff doing this, and it's okay because y'all deserve to see it. Because I'm telling y'all, this is my first love. Boxing is my first love. Turf is always watching boxing. You would think I watch more football than boxing. I've always watched more boxing than football. Always watch more boxing than football. In fact, it's how I've gotten into what you know about Nebraska, Tone? What you know about Nebraska? What you know about Omaha, where he really from? Because now you really hey man, I'm telling y'all, Turf lived a million lives. I have such a special place for Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Coop. Shout out to Lalo. My guys, my roommates, my teammates, my brethren for life. Born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska. What you know about the lake, Tone? What you know about the lake, Tone? Tone, what you know about the lake if you're 45 minutes away? Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, Tone. About the lake. What about what is it, time chicken? Man, is it prime time chicken? Which chicken is it? Bro. Don't lie to me like that, Big Daddy. I already knew we was clicked up. We was clicked up from the day we even just locked eyes, man. I think we both took shots of like vodka or something, and it was just nothing but conversation. And now you want to sit up here and talk about you got Roberto Duran. You ready? You ready, Big Daddy? You ready, Big Daddy? Big Daddy, this is your show tonight. It's things happen for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna clip this up, and it's gonna be a beautiful sight. But Big Daddy, you said you named your son after your favorite boxer, Roberto Duran. You really did that? Check this out, Big Daddy. Oh. Check this out. What is that right there? That is a Roberto Duran signed glove. Right there. Right there. That is Carlos Zarate, the Cyclone signed glove. Right there. Look at that. Hey, I don't think y'all understand. Boxing is my life. Boxing is my life from that respect. I get a lot of my toughness from my roots of boxing. Yeah, me and my guy Huff. Dwayne Huff in the building. Shout out. Yo, we used to just get it in. It's the lake. Tone, it's the lake when you're on your way in or out of Omaha. You talking about coming from the airport. I would have to stop. I can't believe I'm having a brain fart on it's not prime time. It's something time chicken. And then there's I forget the street. There's a main street. You caught me off guard, Tone. Trust me, Tone. Now I know, Tone. About to blow your mind. I'm telling you, I have been to Omaha 3 times. The first time, man, I got stories for days about Omaha. I don't think you understand, Tone. Now I'm so excited that I get a chance to tell you about that. I'm going to tell these stories, man. I hope y'all want to hear them. But yeah, I got stories for days. And I'm telling y'all, Omaha is special. It's a special spot. Man. My first time I went with all of us, we all packed up in the van. 3 of my homies born and raised from Omaha, playing ball at Montana State. We got all up in one of our homies' parents' van, all went back. straight from Bozeman, Montana to Omaha, Nebraska, in a van when it was snowing. I got stories, ladies and gentlemen. I got stories. Jose, you want to know the fight I personally witnessed? See, me and Jose, y'all are, the bromance is crazy tonight. And I already knew this. See, this is why Jose and I, aka Big Dad, we always just been tight from the second we even just got a chance to chat. So my big one, we all remember Chico Corrales. God rest his soul, right? Diego Chico Corrales. He was actually my favorite fighter before Floyd destroyed him. The Floyd just beat. Diego Chico Corrales was my guy. And he fought Jose Luis Castillo in the best fight I've ever seen with my own two eyes. I got the shirt downstairs. It's so funny. My boy just had a party, his 50th birthday party. This man called me on my phone in the middle of the fight because I was literally just telling this story. I already told y'all during this cast. My guy Dre, born and raised in Vegas. My fullback in junior college in San Diego. That's how we meet. Long story short, me and my wife, who just so happens to be super pregnant with my superstar gymnast in her belly, my daughter, right? Yeah. And we are at this fight. Jose Luis Castillo versus Chico Corrales. And we're nosebleeds. Like, she's waddling. I mean, she's super pregnant. Waddling the whole nine. Long story short, my guy Dre runs into somebody he knows from high school. But he's nervous. He's with us, trying to make sure still he's presenting the best possible presentation you can. But he knows this fool is gone. Man, this man gives him 2 tickets to the 3rd row from the ring to the Jose Luis Castillo versus Diego Chico Corrales fight. Anybody that knows this fight knows it is one of the most legendary fights of all time. My guy Ray, 50 years old, missed his party, calling me. Is that you with that jersey? Is that you with that O.J. Simpson USC jersey on? Yep. And I'm sitting in front of Ivanka Trump at the best fight I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. Will never forget it. It was an epic night for all kinds of crazy reasons. And it's so funny. I know my wife it's funny now. I can laugh at it and she may not be. We had a fight. Yeah, she was pregnant. It was right. It was crazy. It was so many stories Turf has. I really do have a lot of stories. I mean, a lot of stories. I've been very fortunate. I've been very fortunate. And in the world of sports, a lot of it came from that. Real talk. A lot of my stories come from sports. It was epic, Big Daddy. I don't think people I have the shirt downstairs. It's faded complete. You see the shirt right there? Yeah. That's my new favorite boxing shirt. Well, no, that's not true. I have a uniform for everything I go to. Again, Turf is just giving up all of his goods tonight. I have a uniform, and when I go to real boxing matches, Teofimo Lopez, you got beat, homie. Yeah, and I'm gonna let y'all know Turf is branching out. I'm going to absolutely branch out because Raider Nation is definitely my love, but I gotta branch out. There's a lot that I have to talk about. Boxing, I should have already I'm right now getting ready to get, hey, Blue Bloods, sports, TV, right back at you. I love Blue Bloods. That's free pub with Blue Bloods, sports, and TV. Hey, he be killing it for boxing. If you need any kind of insight, it's Blue Bloods. And I learned that from one of the homies, Montana State. Shout out the best Diamondback high school running bar that ever lived. LT. Lathan Tyler. I'm telling y'all, I know some bad boys. Just Google them. Y'all hear it? Just go on and Google Lathan Tyler. Go on and Google LT, Lathan Tyler, Diamond Bar. Jersey retired in high school. That kid ripped it. So here I am. I've gone through all these little stories, and I haven't even gotten to even the first one. The first thing that was a non-Raider topic I wanted to talk about, the NBA All-Star Game. Wow. Y'all learning a lot about turf tonight. This is going to be some great cut-ups. And hey, I got nothing but time, right? I only got to be to work at like 8:39, something like that. Yeah, so growing up in the Northeast, it's basketball. I'm the kid with basketball sneakers, socks, shorts, and a bomber coat, going from gym to gym. That was mainly my life. One of my best friends around the corner, excuse me, God rest his soul, Howard Juber. One of the hardest coaches I've ever had in my life. Y'all want to understand where turf get anything? It started there. Howard Juber. He don't F around. He really didn't F around. And that's that. See, and this is the thing, y'all. A lot of people that had no clue, they didn't have a chance. If you had Howard in your life today, the time I had Howard in mine, I wouldn't have had a chance with you either. That's just what it boiled down to. But basketball is where things are for me growing up. Shout out Rick L. Appreciate you for joining. Yeah, turf grew up in the Northeast. Football was garbage. There was nobody coming from anywhere out of the Northeast when it came to football. I graduated high school in 93. Our guy, to Bucky Jones. Shout out to Buck. From hard-hitting New Britain. That was our guy. Meaning, hey, he was the dude to make it from my class. I want to say Buck was 9'3", 9'3", 9'4", 9'2". That is definitely my. I'm pretty sure he's 9'3". That's Buck. To Bucky Jones. Played for the Patriots, right? I'm pretty sure he probably played for a couple other teams. Anyways, long story short. Yeah, and you're right. Tone, you're right. No defense at all. I'm going to get back to that. Trust me, I'm going to get back to that because that was the top topic. But I kind of got flipped when it came to the basketball thing. And yes, Georgetown was absolutely dope. Y'all want to know how I got ties to Georgetown? Got ties to Georgetown because guess who went to Georgetown? Pretty sure it's that dude, AI. I think Allen Iverson went to Georgetown, right? Long story short, he got family in Hartford. I'm from a little town called Windsor, right outside of Hartford. Stories for days from a lot of that. And we come from about, hey, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm dropping jewels, I'm dropping names, I'm dropping people that are probably never been known, or the people that really, really follow. We had a kid named Mike Williams from Hartford. When I tell you I've never ever seen a better basketball player with my own two eyes. Mike Williams. He went to UMass. I'm telling you, my life was basketball growing up. That was my life. And yep, you talking about AI, Allen Iverson. But yeah, that was my life. Don't get me wrong. It switched when I got to high school and realized, I ain't no Muggsy Bogues. 5'9" as big as I'm about to get. Kind of a beast at this football thing. Not bad. So I made the choice to just quit completely. Shout out to Coach Smith. Right now, he's been there before me. He's been there for me. He's still there. He's winning chips. The whole nine. We on the map. Connecticut is on the map for a lot of reasons. I think y'all know who Dwight Freeney is. Dwight Freeney, I believe, is actually getting that gold jacket. Shout out to Free. Born and raised in Bloomfield, Connecticut. He was younger than me, so he played, he was fortunate that he didn't have to play me in high school because I terrorized Bloomfield. I got receipts. I was the running, so I would see. So what happened with Turf? Turf got big before everybody else, and then Turf just stopped. Turf was the bully on the block when it came to football. I'm telling y'all the truth. I was the bully. The head went down, and it was a wrap. You had no shot. You could ask anybody. I was the talk of the town. Don't go play kill the man with the ball with this kid. Nah, Rick. I'm actually a Bulls fan. Nah, get out of here with that Celtics garbage. Although, shout out to my guy Spence. My guy Spence is born and raised. Just in case he's watching, he might be somebody that's watching. He listens. I respect Boston. You gotta respect Boston. Boston, especially basketball. But no, I'm a Jordan Bulls fan. I've seen what I've seen. But yeah. So as you heard, I mentioned obviously the guy that's going to be most known now with the gold jacket, Dwight Freeney. And again, he came after me, so I was actually out of the whole entire region when he was just ripping up everything we had solidified there. Like, man, there's a lot. Man, I'm telling y'all, I have stories for days. People talk about coaches having to get fired for young regimes coming. There's a lot. Rundown, shout out Rundown. You have no idea, my guy. I know exactly how you feel. Sometimes you just, Seriously, we had to do a lot to get to where we were with football in the state of Connecticut, period. It was never known for football. It was always known for basketball. It still is known for basketball. But real talk, to Bucky, myself, Aaron Hernandez, hey, it is what it is. I'm talking football. People laid the foundation. I've already talked to y'all about Patrick Graham being from the Dirty Water. There's just a lot of history in the state of Connecticut for stuff that people don't understand or know. And that's why I say it's a special spot. I'm sure you can pull a lot of people out of a lot of states and cities and things, but Connecticut is this big, ladies and gentlemen. They don't even think black people live in Connecticut. You know how I know this? Because I'm born and raised in Connecticut and been all over this country 10 times over. And they all look at me with foreheads telling me, wow, there's black people in Connecticut? I have stories for days. But yes, the Northeast is basketball. 100%. And we mean with that shit. Sorry, I had to say it. I had to curse because that's just the way it goes. when it comes to b-ball in the Northeast. It is so real. It's football in the South. I'm telling y'all right now, let my son be something in basketball. We right back home. Right back home. And you think I care about his height? Shout out Ty Nick. One of the best Oh, y'all didn't know? See, y'all always talk. See, and that's why I gotta change this up. I gotta change it up. You know why? Rick L, where you from? Is this my brother-in-law? I don't know. I don't know, because he's starting to drop jewels on y'all when it comes to stuff outside. You know, I don't know if y'all know, but Marcus Camby, born and raised in Hartford, Connecticut. What's so funny about Marcus Camby? He went to what? Conard High. My wife graduated from Conard High. My boy Jubes, who I just told you, is his father who grew us all up. Jubes was one of the first dudes, I want to say, he dunked on Camby. When Camby, bro, I got stories on Camby. I know he ain't mad if I tell him. I'm giving y'all one. Yes. Long Beach. My boy, Josh Perkins. Played ball with him in California. Not Cali, Montana. Man, I'm happy y'all here all night. I can't even get through. I ain't even got to the basketball game yet. Rick L, you throwing me off, bro. I'm a huge fan of you, Rick L. I'm a huge fan of you. Rick L. Thank you, Tone. Hey, Tone, listen to me. Tone, you know about Omaha. I'm telling you, I'm about to blow your mind. I've been to Omaha, and I talk to dudes from Omaha every day. Real talk. They don't live there anymore, but they're born and raised from Omaha. Every day I talk to these heads. I'm so glad I learned you from that area, Tone. That's dope. Yeah. And yeah, absolutely, Rick L. I'm definitely very, very fortunate. Real talk. To these areas. Like, I guess this is one of those things that I might branch off and start doing, because, right, when you blessed, as they say. My parents had me traveling from day one. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to basketball before I go into the topics, and it's time to close this thing out. I knew it was gonna be a long night tonight. I just felt like it was gonna be a good one by myself here, just running it, and I'm fine, because hopefully y'all are being entertained. I'm giving y'all something, to laugh, think, whatever. Yes, basketball, that's Connecticut. It's not football. But Terrence Knight, a.k.a. Pork Chop, I think y'all know who he is. Played for the Redskins. Chris Baker, another kid, played for the Redskins. These boys came from my school, Windsor High School. I did tell you my name was Terrence. Turf. Nah, real talk. Yeah. Yep. Connecticut became quite something after the fact. And I'm letting y'all know, I know for a fact my heart, blood, sweat, and tears was a part of it. Football was non-existent. It's the reason I literally went from one side of the country to the other. A lot of this stuff comes full circle for turf. And it's just, y'all caught me at such a great time to give my football history. People ask how I get all over the place. My last year of high school, I just got very lucky. I told y'all about we had to revolt We had to get a guy out. God rest his soul. Phil Carney. Phil Carney was the hardest coach I've ever seen in my life. The Italian guy looked. I would have never wanted to play this man. I don't know anybody that did and never lived or cared to want to talk about it. I'm telling you, Phil Carney was the toughest coach I've ever come across in my life. Phil Carney. We got Phil Carney kicked out. He was old. It was time. Rundown, you would appreciate this. It was time. Stuff is all documented. Got receipts. Long story short, Cliff Snow. Clifford Snow. Blonde, curly, weird hair, glasses. Bro, when I played at Windsor High, everybody knew what we was going to do, and they couldn't stop it. Yep, Turf is on his high horse. Turf is talking about his old school days. They knew it. Yeah, Luke, yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's couldn't stop us. Period. Anyways, like I was saying, long story short, my coach told me about Cali. That's how I ended up going to JUCO. That's how I ended up, right? The whole Tony Banks thing. There are so many things that to start to weave. It's pretty interesting. I got stories for days. Like I said, I don't want to bore. It's been an hour and 46 minutes by myself. Kind of want to at least touch, right? Touch on the last few things that I said I would touch on before I finish. Hey, I'll let y'all, the crowd, decide on any of these things. You know how to hit Turf on all of the channels. Let me know what y'all want to hear, but I'm telling you, I really do have some superb stories from an athletic point of view, as far as a lot of the things that I, watched growing up. I'm of age, I'm 49 years old, and I was blessed to see some crazy. I got to see Reggie Bush in high school. I got to see Marshall Faulk in college against Hawaii, one of the most iconic runs that nobody knows about. I have the goods, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to football, anything sports related, really, from my era. Yes. Absolutely. How do you not? He's before my time, but it's before my time, right? After my father's time, but I know everything about. Well, I shouldn't say I know everything. I know a lot about basketball in some ways. Again, it was one of those things I was just born into. Coming from the Northeast, that's why it's funny. I've been in Texas for 17 years. I went to my first high school basketball game a few months ago. Yo, the score was 9-4 in the first half. They don't have a shot clock out here, ladies and gentlemen. 9-4 in the first half. Look, where I'm from, it's 9-4 in the first minute. It was 9-4 in the first half of a high school basketball game. No shot clock. I didn't understand what I was looking at. Right up the street here, Hendrickson High School. They were playing a Killeen high school, a high school out of Killeen. I'll never forget. I literally took pictures and I sent it, and just people laughed. They just laughed. Like, and I always had heard, and I want y'all to check me on this. I'd always heard there's no such thing as basketball in Texas, right? All right, it's football, but you're only gonna get big guys. big tree trunks out of Texas, right? Your Sam Perkins, or you know, you're not gonna get a point guard, a shooting guard, a 2-3. No, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that out of Texas. Federal Music, salute my guy. I appreciate you dropping. That's one of the OGs, right? Yes, sir. I'm on that side of where we're not really necessarily vibing with just specific Raiders stuff. We talking a little bit about everything. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Man, there's been a lot of good memories sparked from this one live today, and I still ain't touched the topic. And it all started from basketball. See how basketball can do funny things for me personally, whether I like it or not, because it was my life. I don't know if y'all understand. It was my life. I was way better in basketball than I was football. I challenge my guys to come up and tell me I'm wrong. I quit basketball. I didn't, not make the team or nothing like that. I just stopped playing because I'm 5'9". You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Jose, a.k.a. Big Daddy. Hey, man. This show is for you, for sure. You're going to wake up and see a ton of clips of this one, and you're going to be amazed at how we parallel. I've always known it though, man. Real, it's that good old saying, man. Real recognize real, Big Daddy. The day we let eyes on each other, man. Please, I got this. See, big boy, your oldest son, his family, man. It's nothing but blessings. Nothing but blessings to Jose. I don't think y'all understand how special that guy is. That guy is special. Can't believe I've seen him. Uh-oh, Rick. See, Rick? I like Rick. Rick, you need to come and interview me. You're talking basketball or football, right? Because, again, basketball, the top 5 I've seen, y'all never going to really know the names. Camby is actually one of them. How can I not name Marcus Camby as one of the top 5 with my own pair of eyes that I've ever seen, from every step of the way? And I've told you about Camby. Camby was terrible, bro. Again, I don't have to be afraid to say that. Yeah, hoops. I don't have to be afraid to say that because everyone knows it. And it only just strengthens the argument of how great Camby is. Camby was terrible. Camby couldn't dribble and chew gum at the same time in the 8th grade. I ain't saying nothing nobody don't know already. What I wish I knew was old girl's name that got him to the 5-star camp. That's what I wish I knew because she's the one that deserves the recognition, etc. And it's always the lady in the hood that gets you to where you need to be. It always is that way. When I went to San Diego, you know who that lady in the hood was for me? It was my coach's sister. If she was in the hood. I'm telling y'all, I got stories for days. Turf was walking down Skyline with a freaking blue trunk. And if you know anything about San Diego and Skyline in blue, that ain't where you want to be. I'm telling y'all. Hey, Camby was the worst player I've ever seen in my life and became somebody that I don't know how to explain. That's the easiest way to say that, Rick. I know you're a hoops guy, Rick. I'm telling you. Keep following your boy. I'm breaking out. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on. Basketball is actually where I really thrive and can shine. And it'll be something that I give I'm from Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen. Basketball is life. It's king. It's everything. It's everything. You're used to walking outside in your socks with shorts that you playing ball in, praying you don't get your sneakers too wet. In a bomber jacket with a tank under. It's a hat. You get in the gym, off. You're balling. That's what it is. And we grew up with some crazy ballers. Names you're never gonna understand. I'm telling y'all, Mike Williams is probably the biggest name. Y'all looking for hey, Rick L. If you're looking for the biggest name that never made it, this kid scored 80 in high school. Mike Williams. He went to UMass. Listen to what I'm telling you. And God rest his soul. Unfortunately, I think he's passed and he's closer to our age. I'm telling y'all. And I'm telling y'all, anybody that's listening from the area, they absolutely are going to be able to give me the receipts I need and vouch. Mike, you want to talk basketball? Canby is one of those up there. Shea Cotton was crazy. You already know I know that name. Yeah, I know ball. See, and that's what's weird. Because football was it was the path I chose. I loved it more than basketball. I really did love football more than basketball. So don't feel bad for me. I'm just telling you, I definitely know basketball. Basketball was everything. I'm from Connecticut. Born and raised. Yeah. So we're going to get back to basketball. The All-Star game. Finally, let's talk about it. Garbage, right? We took all this time. I've literally been talking all this time, and the bottom line is garbage. They need to turn it into something new and different. No different than an NFL All-Star game. Complete garbage. Am I wrong? Who wants to see that again? Anybody tell me who wants to see that again? That All-Star game. I don't want to see a bunch of dudes on 2-on-1. No defense played. It's not the game. Basketball holds a real special place in my heart. It really does. I was taught how to play the game the right way. I really was, by one of the best people to ever teach it. And I know I'm right about that. I don't need nobody to tell me. I don't need nobody. You got all the people you have. I'm telling you right now, I know for a fact I was taught how to play the game of basketball by one of the greatest men to ever walk planet Earth. That knows the game, not just the greatest man on the planet Earth. He knows the game. Is what it is. Howard A. Jubry. Preach that till the day I die. And I'm telling y'all, that was definitely an eye-opener for that sport. It's not what I gravitated to, but I can tell you right now, I took everything he taught me into everything I needed to do to get me to where I got to. 100%. And I'm telling you right now, that man, talk about a disgrace. Nobody wants to do the All-Star game, and I'm telling you right now, Howard A. Jubry would not give it he wouldn't even watch the national anthem. It's garbage. It's trash. I'm not watching it again. Why? It's a waste of my time. I'd rather figure out how to get more content to my Raider Nation. The people watching me right now, the 12, 13 people, whoever watches this after the fact, that's what I'm doing. All day, talking to my people. Right? Having a good time. Hoping I can spark up another conversation like I did with Rick or like I did with Tone. Not knowing. I've been watching, having conversations, talking with Tone forever. I had no idea he was that close to Omaha. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I don't know why. It's one of those times you just draw blanks. Normally I'm right on it with all of the key spots. because that's what I thrive on. See, turf has only not been to a few states. And when I say that, I don't mean just passing by, playing the game, or being there for the weekend. Turf was the guy that, where you live, I'm going with you for those 2 weeks for spring break. I'm going with you for this, that. There's not many places in the United States I haven't been. And when I say that, I'm talking at minimum a week. Not just a flyby. No, I was in your city. I was in the hood. I was in wherever I needed to be a local, and I fit right in, and you had no idea I was there. I was that kid. I learned that early. It's very fortunate. I learned that super early. Super early. So, yeah, it's funny you say this, man, because this is also part of the topic tonight, right? We talked about the game, right? We talked about the basketball game. I should have put my banners, if you will. I didn't, because this is, like I say, one of those topics. We going 2 hours, man. I'm doing this by myself. This wild. Real talk though. I put together a syllabus. I said it at the beginning, a plan. My last topic, believe it or not, I swear, you know what? I'm about to take a screenshot and show it. Rick, you say be true to yourself. Stay true and you will grow. I'm always going to stay true. But what I wanted to put up here is, what do y'all think about all the craziness that have spun from Shannon Sharp, Shay Shay, the club, right? Like I said, we're going to spin off. Did this kid say SD as in San Diego or South Dakota? Because both of them, I'm bodying both of them. Ike boy, I'm bodying both of them. South Dakota or San Diego, I'm bodying both of them. I went to JUCO in San Diego. That's how I met T Banks and all the other brothers that you're gonna see from Cali. Yeah. Dago is, bro. So you want to know who I know from Dago? Pittman Sr., not Pittman Jr., Pittman Sr., Darnay Scott, right? John Price. Man, I got names. Sean King. I don't know how old you are, Ike boy, but I'm telling you right now, Dago, and in fact, you heard me say Skyline. That's where I was on the street. Man, I swear, as long as I see at least double digits on the eye, I'm gonna sit here and talk to y'all all night. Y'all gonna get whatever y'all want to get out of me, for whatever city and state / time. All of it. Ike boy 23. I don't know how old you are. Tell me what you want to know about Dago, because I'm gonna tell you right now. It's a place I've been kicking myself and wondering why I ever left. San Diego is by far my favorite city in this country. Period. Darnay Scott, I already told you about Darnay Scott. Darnay Scott was a monster. Played for the Bengals. Yes, he's a monster, Rick. Monster. Born and raised in Dago. Some people spell it like Ike boy, Daygo. That's how I know you might be literally from there. You might literally be from Dago. Now, Lil CS Mitchie Slick, I ain't gonna lie, you got me there. I'm old. I'm 49. I don't know where you are in the age group. Like I say, I'm gonna keep it real. All I can tell, hey, the Gaslight District for San Diego, the Yard Beers. Remember I told y'all about my guy Dre, my fullback, born and raised in Vegas. Man, we used to have the 1993 white Honda Prelude. This man would pick me up. He would pick me up El Cajon. Oh yeah, of course, El Cajon. He would pick me up. He lived close to the UCSD. Anybody knows. Down Linda Vista, past Linda Vista, if you're going to school at Mason, not UCSD. UCSD is one of the best schools you can go to in San Diego. Period. I don't even think it's private school. But yes. Dre used to pick me up every day damn near for class. Every day for class, bro. Wow. And rolled tacos from Roberto's. That was a staple for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Roaches left my apartment in college. I was in the 90s, early. I was in San Diego from 93 to 95. Roaches left my joint. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that left my place because we ain't have nothing. I wasn't calling home for mom and dad. Don't get me wrong. They definitely supplied. I was robbing. I don't know how to explain it. I got receipts for all of this. I used to straight up get what you would call a care package. My mother worked at a grocery store part-time. My sister and mother both worked at the same grocery store part-time. Dad worked at a part-time sports store. And again, I got a full ride, so I didn't have to, but they sent me care packages full of I'm talking about care packages. I can't, literally the size of this table. The shipping and handling was nowhere what it used to be, right? It was very inexpensive. And I'm telling you, you would have thought it was Christmas. I swear to God, I have so many receipts for these stories. It was like everybody and their mother was calculating when my mother sent that package before I did. I'm telling y'all. And that package would get there and you had people bartering. Yo, I'll give you Frosted Flakes for those oodles and noodles. My care package. Real talk. This is facts. 100%. San Diego. Linda Vista. I lived all over San Diego. I had so many roommates. My first two roommates at the age of 18 in San Diego was 26 and 30 years old. Rich and Jay. And they both played football. Both came from the military. And it was their first year in college. Y'all have no idea the type of stories Turf has. Coming from Connecticut, going to San Diego Junior College to play football because that was my life. I could have went to other schools straight out of high school, easy, money paid. No, Turf decided to be laughed at, looked at as crazy. Go to San Diego and pay for college. Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? But Danian Tomlinson is one of my all-time favorite running backs. And that was after I was there. But yeah, Danian Tomlinson is one of my all-times. Danian Tomlinson. I can't put a top 10 list without him. Oh, Patron means. Bro, the Chargers was monstrous at the running back position. You want to know who else was a Charger? Shout out to my guy from Bloomfield. Yo, I'm telling y'all, Connecticut is special. Pennick. Pennick. Fullback, running back, played for the Chargers, went to South Carolina, born and raised in Bloomfield, Connecticut. Yep, the same place the Gold Jacket wear, who just got nominated. Yep, they're from the same spot. I'm telling y'all, where I grew up was special. I know it was special. I don't need anybody to tell me. I don't need anybody to validate it or debate. I don't need it. I know for a fact. It's too much that came from where I live. Too much. Yeah. Dwight Freeney, Pennick. He's got a Pennick Jr. now. I can't wait to see that kid get out there. Bro, things have changed. Like I told you, Chris Baker from Windsor High, right? Terrence Knighton from Windsor High. These are people you can Google. They played for the Redskins, the Colts, right? You can Google all of this stuff. It's all Googleable. Yeah, this is... So Raider Nation, please believe. Y'all, this ain't no fraud, no facade, no dude that's been on the couch, right? Just wanting to now dive in and catch the YouTube wave. This was my life. I earned this. Real talk. I earned this. I don't think I'll have a hard time getting anybody up here to say he's telling the truth. That's why it's easy for me to kick in and have this conversation. Y'all kept it at double digits all this time, so I'm going to keep talking. Like I say, I'm an open book from sports. And eventually it'll be an open book in general. Like, this is what it is. We start out as Raider country. It's going to get deeper than that. But I love sports. And the funny thing is, football was not my best and not my biggest first love. And I'm sorry, Raider Nation, if I'm hurting anybody's feelings, especially being considered the ultimate Raider fan. Because I know I'm not too. Now, we moved to Vegas. I know I'm the ultimate Raider fan. Y'all find somebody, look, I know a lot of people that have season tickets. Find somebody else that can say they never missed a game in Vegas Stadium. I'm talking preseason too. Find it. I got receipts. I can pull it all up. It's all on my phone everywhere. I'm doing this and bringing this to y'all for several reasons, but one of them is definitely for the love. You can absolutely believe it. It's my life. It was my life. I took a break from football, and it's where I actually feel ashamed. Don't ask me why. I really do feel ashamed sometimes. Like, it's like a decade missing. Especially when I'm talking about the rundown and these young boys that they tired of losing this, that, and the third. I took a break. I had to. I was beat down. It was my dream. It was my life. I didn't make it. Who wants to listen to that? Who wants to see it? Who wants to just keep eating that? You know what I'm saying? He said talk about that Herbert week. You want to know what I saw? You know what I saw? Real talk. I saw a team that really had enough. And they've always had the tools. They was just never given the freedom. That's what I saw, Ike boy. Real talk. Y'all got 63 rent on y'all ass because that perfect storm. Rookie found a way to make no mistakes. Defense decided to just play a lights out game. There was nothing y'all could have done to prevent that. And I think y'all gonna see a lot of that this year coming forward because they playing for a different purpose. And again, I hope this gets clipped. I'm telling y'all, I've never won anything. See, I'm of the Channing Crowder's crew. I think he's part of where I come from, meaning never won anything on a team level. Nothing meaningful. And it's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. But every good team that was close enough to doing it, they were all player-led. That desire came from the players. The coaches were almost non-existent. They were just guardrails. It was like going bowling and the coaches were just those rails that you pull in to make sure you didn't hit a gutter. That's all it was. That's all it was. Everything else, bro, you look at each other in your eyes and yeah, everybody's accountable. There's no blaming it on the coach made this bad call. I've never been at a game where everybody was all in and somebody pointed a finger. This is what I'm trying to tell. There are a lot of games that I've lost for the chip, for the ring, for the getting over the hump, and just sat in the locker room and cried, and not a single person gave that up willingly. You feel me? That's why it cracks me up when people talk all of this. You know, the game is rigged, it's fixed. Bro, you crazy. You crazy if you think a man gonna get himself there and quit or rig the game. Don't get me wrong. I've talked about this side of the game, meaning I feel bad for the players that I saw there and never ever wanted to be there. It was just something they were good at. They're good at it. And they don't like it, but it pays for their education. And I've seen a lot of those guys go home. Done. Can't do it no more. Good at it. Probably can get to the next level. Got guys talking, asking, what's that guy? And they give up. And I mean give up meaning they're just done. They never wanted to do it to begin with. It's hard to fathom. How can a dude be that good at a sport but not want to do it? Happens all the time, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I tell you about these people in the league. Not everybody on your team gives a damn. It's just facts. I hate to break your feelings. It's just truth. Not everybody cares if you win a Super Bowl or not. This is why it's very imperative and important that your team is built properly. All it takes is one bad apple. We've all heard that saying a gazillion times. A gazillion times. Yeah. Hey, man, real talk. I've always been a Herbert fan. Rick L, real talk. Y'all guys, I got receipts, tape. I've always been a Herbert fan. If he was on our, again, another quarterback, if he had our weapons, Eckler who? Because we got JJ. Don't get me wrong, Eckler's dope. But Eckler who? Because we got JJ. Wait. Eckler who? Because we got JJ. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that 3 times. Yeah, we got JJ. So, but we don't have Herbert. And I love AOC. He's just nowhere close to a Herbert yet. Could be. Could AOC be a Herbert? Absolutely. 100% he could be Herbert. For sure. Herbert is absolutely a baller. I'll put him in. You know what? I had him in top 3, but I'm not going to lie to you. After this year, I got him in top 5. I got him top 5. I still got Joe Burr close. Joe Burr is that dude. His team just can't get right. Yo, Joe Burr, again, one of my favorite. Yo, I got a lot of quarterbacks that don't run that I love. And if they was on our team, and I'm telling y'all, I'm ready to spend the bank for Jaden Daniels. You might get 5 out of me. You might get 5 first ones out of me if I'm guaranteed Jaden Daniels. But I'm going to be guaranteed Jaden Daniels. Just letting you know that's the way it's going to go down for me. Yep. So, basketball. It is what it is, right? I'm glad I didn't watch it. I didn't look at it, you know. Couldn't care less about it, to be honest. I never really. I'm a Jordan Chicago Bulls fan. I think y'all all can understand when Jordan did his thing and left. Finally, I left right with him. Sorry. Had a good time though. You see it? Had a great time. But real talk, done. Your boy's done. I'm never gonna see that again. See, and that's the part where I think you might, have false sense, false reality of the real world. Like, do I think I'm ever gonna see another Jordan again and have him do the miraculous? Oh, I'm gonna just go three-peat, and then I'm gonna just go do some other sport for a year or two, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna just three-peat again for 3 more times, and every time I touch that sacred finals, I just win it and I can't lose because I'm just Jordan, and I'm gonna see that again. Y'all trying to have turf fall over. Never gonna see that again. I don't pay attention to basketball from that respect. I enjoy it. Yeah. I enjoy basketball. So, man, Turf been talking. I'm going to get into this last subject because I put it on the syllabus and I don't want to be that guy. Right? Lakers fan. My mama a Lakers fan. Where Kathy at when you need her? My mama's a Lakers fan. Where's my cousin? I got a lot of people Lakers fan. I don't mess with the Lakers. Although, Showtime. The confetti drops. I give y'all props. Showtime. It's showtime, bro. Showtime. I got to get into this last piece, man, right? Because it's important for what I do. It's important for what I'm doing. Wow, he put it there. You put it there, Ike. I didn't do that. I hope you subscribe. You might get me some people unsubscribing with that one. I don't know, man. It's a real touchy area this day and age. I might need to start if I do some basketball, man, you gonna come up here with me, Ike boy? Send your boy a Slack, something. Seriously, I'm Slack. See, I'm used to work. Send me an inbox, Gmail, something. Send me something. Real talk. I would love to get some basketball started. I think I have a decent amount of knowledge on basketball coming from Connecticut. I didn't play in college. I played in high school for 1 year. I didn't play in college. I chose football. But I come from a basketball state. Yeah, so dig into this last final piece. Shannon Sharpe. Everybody's getting a piece of Shannon Sharpe. Why can't Turf get a piece of Shannon Sharpe? Right? Just mention the name, Shannon Sharpe. Still got double digits watching. What y'all think about it? Too much beef, not enough beef, good entertainment, bad entertainment? I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Somebody say something. Please put something in the chat. You hate it? You love it? I'm talking Shannon Sharpe and all the newfound beef he's getting based on anything he does today and age. Let's keep it real. You watching YouTube. If you're watching YouTube, there's no way you don't know about Shannon Sharpe, all of the interviews that's causing crazy ruckus. He's getting put through the ringer. They love him. They hate him. They're tearing him apart. What are your thoughts? I know what my thoughts are. What are y'all thoughts? Do you think the criticism is warranted? Do you think he deserves the criticism? Do you think he's not doing enough to, steer the conversation in the right direction? Or do you think he's doing exactly what he needs to do? Y'all tell me. I don't know. I mean, again, don't worry. I'm not going to ruin the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show with too much of this. Right, we'll touch on it. As you can see, for the last 2 hours and 2 hours, it was all Raider Nation for the most part. But this, I think it needs to be discussed, right? Because not only do I do this, I play around, right? We all know I done had a fake beef, right? I'm saying it because I'm trying to get noticed with Q. Where you at, Q, from Lockdown? Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, there's a lot of noise. So if you didn't know, Rick L, there's a lot of noise going on. Shannon Sharp did a video / interview with none other than the famous Cat Williams. And probably by now it's the largest video on YouTube of all time, I'm assuming. I know it clips Joe Rogan's views. It's by far going to be the fastest giant growing of all time, if you will. Of all time. I mean, Shannon Sharp's Shay Shay Club and just anything Shay Shay touches right now is of all time. And this is why I wanted to talk about it, because his problem is he doesn't understand this is the life he decided to get himself involved in. Right? I know what this YouTube life is about, these YouTube streets. I've been studying it. I've been looking at it. I've been a part of it from the outside. I don't make comments. I hadn't made comments. I've only been visible on a couple of shows. People will absolutely start looking to cancel you, call your job. It gets real vicious, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be the first to tell you it's one of the reasons why I'm right here in the sports side. Nobody's calling my job on the sports side, and if they do, I don't think my job cares. But if I decide to talk about other worldly problems, I don't know. Turf don't have FU money yet. We all know what FU money is. Turf don't got that. Turf got one kid going to college with 2 more. I'm trying to make sure do something right with their life. Their choice, up to them. But yeah, so I'm just curious of what people think. My opinion is Shannon has to understand. You don't step on the other people's platforms that they've been doing things their whole life, and you just walk on and just record break and not expect hate. Does that make sense? The minute I break open here, because I know I'm going to break open, ladies and gentlemen. You know why I know I'll break open? It's not me. It's the people. I'm an open book. I can't wait to share more stories, discuss more conversations, way more in depth than what we're doing today. And it's 2 hours and a half on my own. It's 2.5 on my own, ladies and gentlemen. I think it speaks for itself. I think y'all know what Turf is about. Yeah, we gonna dive deep. Yeah, Cat Williams been on the roll for a minute, bro. And that's the thing. Everybody's eating on it. I'm sure I'll eat just on this tag, just mentioning it. And the thing is, you know, the reason I mention this particular beef is because I know it can happen on something very minuscule and small, just like this. I've said a few things to my brother Q, right? And it's all in fun and love, and I'm positive when he sees me, it'll be, you know. But then again, right, for all I know, it might be some fool out there trolling, clipping up every other second. And before you know it, the next time I go and I see Q at headquarters and I go and give him dap like I have been for the last 3 years, he look at me funny. I have no idea. I'm like, dang, Q, what happened? Next thing I know, he's got a whole library of clips of me just clowning, but really not. The internet is a strange place. I've been a part of it from day one. Yes, sir. This is why I never have a fear in my heart. I never have a fear. I've never had a fear, no matter where I go. If anybody wants to know, one of the biggest things I can go by in my gut is exactly what you see on the screen right now. Real will always recognize real. It's just a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm blind in a lot of areas, but guess what? I'm not in the places that matter. That I can assure you of. And that includes survival. Survival of the fittest, only the strong survive. Mobb Deep. I grew up different. I'm from an area y'all don't know. I'm trying to tell y'all it's a little different. It's a little different. Yeah. But yes, Shannon Sharp. You are a target. You hot. I wish I'd shoot. There's no way I'm getting on Shay Shay. It's impossible. Impossible. I'm a peasant. I'm not even a peasant. I'm nowhere close to even on the radar. I don't have 1,000 subs yet. Shout out to T Crump trying to get this 1,000. Y'all get me to this 1,000 by please like and subscribe, by the way. If you haven't, trust me, this channel is going to get chopped up, split, and screwed all different ways till Sunday. We really about to get it out here. I got a squad. We're called the Raider Syndicate. Please believe me, it's different. We out here working, ladies and gentlemen. We out here working. And yeah. So I just made sure I touched on that. You know, hey, Shannon, get used to it. Love the haters. I agree with you, you know, coming out and defending yourself when you had to after, you know, you got other people when other people start calling you saying, bro, you got to say something. No, you do have to say something. At some point, you have to say something. You can't just allow people to just keep painting your narrative. Even if it's hey, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to let y'all know I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I'm a Raiders fan. I'm a Oakland, Las Vegas. If they move to Mars, I'm a Raiders fan. Yeah, I'm a Mets fan. Only till the A's move to Vegas. I'm a Knights fan. I'm a Knights fan, ladies. I'm a Vegas fan, period, for any sport. And please believe it, I will absolutely be representing 100% when it comes to that in the near future, the very near future. But yeah, Shannon, roll with the punches, bro. You decided to dive into the cesspool. Bathe in it. Bask in it. Get used to it. I don't know what else to say. I've decided to allow myself to be a part of it. I know what comes along with the territory. It is what it is. Everything is going to come out the minute that anything hits. Any viral video, trust me, y'all can clip this, bring it back, rewind. Turf is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason this is going through the way it's going. I'm enjoying every bit of the ride. I really am. Again, I don't have FU money. Yep, I got a regular job. Yep, I'm not trying to get canceled by nobody, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't because I'm not gonna be on this microphone doing anything crazy. But what I will be doing is telling the truth. TRS is bound to do so. We come to bring that heat. It's best we know how. Man, I can't believe I sat up here and talked to y'all for 2.5 hours, man. 2.5 hours. I enjoyed every bit of it. I really did. Ha! You really want to? You starting to trivia me right now. I want the kid from Illinois, Newton. I want the kid from Illinois. Period. If we're gonna go free agency, I want the kid from Baltimore. Obviously, I want Chris Jones, but they already picked up his option, so we're not getting that. Yep. So yeah. Best O-liner D tackle at 13. Fasano from Penn State. I think that is who we're gonna get if we don't get Daniels. But if the kid Newton is there at 13, we're picking him over Fasano. We need that dominant Warren Sapp / defensive tackle that will free up Kuntz and Mad Max to just wreak havoc on the league. That we need to get back to that old school. Yeah, Byron Murphy is another one. I don't think he'll be there though. See, that's what, man, young DB 94, you starting to talk that talk, bro. You doing what I'm talking about. That's what I want. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, look, hey, this is unpopular. I support the team. I know what my team wants, but hey, look, I'm just gonna say it. If it's too expensive and we can't get Jaden Daniels, so be it. We can still win the Super Bowl by getting this guy right here. Byron Murphy, the kid Newton, Chris Jones, Adam Buike. Bro, there's people out there. It's people out there. For real. It's people out there for us to get. And we don't have to give up the farm for it. We really don't, and I really think we're in contention. But we got the opportunity to do some special things. We really do. Young, you talk, man, you're speaking too real right now, bro. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, man. I can't keep showing that, man. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. You thinking out loud too hard, bro. Stop all that crazy right talk, young DB94. Yeah, I agree. We need to dominate in the O&D line and linebacker take over the AFC with an average quarterback. Okay, so we still got 12 people. I am keeping it going because I'm going to tell y'all. I don't think we need a dominant quarterback. I don't think we need some badass superstar quarterback. I think we can get away with a low-level game manager. Low-level game manager. Yep, I said it. 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 AOC is fine, ladies and gentlemen. He'll get the job done. If we load up on a defensive tackle, a linebacker, and a cornerback in the draft, it'll be as close as you can get to the good old days of the Jack Tatums and the Terror Dome. Yep. Just telling you, that's exactly what I see. I don't care who we have as quarterback. If we get the right defensive pieces, that will make it not matter. Just don't lose us the game, bro. That's all we looking for. We just don't want you to lose us the game. We're not asking you to win us the game. We have the special pieces in place in order for that to happen. We just need you to get them the ball in the proper fashion necessary, and we'll do the rest. We'll do the absolute rest. We don't need Jaden Daniels. See, and this is where I start. I got 16 people now, so I'm going to start gauging this based on how many people drop, how many people stay. Real talk. Because I'm telling you, I don't think we need to give up 4, 3. I don't think we need to give up a single draft pick. I think at 13, we pick the best available offensive, defensive lineman. In the second round, we pick the best defensive, offensive lineman, maybe cornerback for value. And then the third round, the exact same. And we Gucci. I don't think we need much else. I'm at every game. I have not missed a game in the stadium. I'm front and center. I'm telling y'all, I know what they've built. The fact that we finally have been allowed to grow. See, this is the first time we are growing. And nobody knows it other than the people that really comprehend what's going on. I'm trying to tell y'all, we don't need to give up a single pick. And y'all all gonna be jumping for joy, yelling and wilding like, wow. Hey, Charles, some people might read this as being sarcastic. Some people might read this as in, yo, real talk. I'm going to read this as in, yo, real talk. And I'm going to give my reasons why. AOC did so much taking over after the so-called offensive genius was kicked out of the F building. I agree. Because, see, this is the main part that I don't think people even, it just glosses over them because they just look at it as in it's just so irrelevant. The kid has actually been consistent enough given the circumstances in the most dysfunctional front office in the last 20 years. He's been in the most dysfunctional situation in the last 20 years. How many people he been listening to? How many areas he's been getting pulled towards? The kid did unbelievable. No rookie does better than him. And that's the thing. He's drafted in the 4th round and did probably better than pretty much every other rookie in the draft, less CJ Stroud. Shout out to CJ. Just saying. So yeah, if you was being real with that, Charles, I'm 100% with you. I've been telling everybody, Charles, from jump, hey, AOC got this job the way he got. Well, hey, absolutely. Yeah, he got the job the way he got it, just like AP did. AP giving that man a shot to keep that job. Yep. I agree, young DB94. That's why I don't mind it. Because if you do go get a young Jaden, yeah. Yeah. I just hope we don't ruin him. Just hope we don't ruin him. I don't want him out there. First year. I'm building them tires up. A lot of people like AOC because they understand what they saw. I'm telling y'all, look, man. I am going to preach this until the season starts. I watched this kid grow from every single game, and it was always something different. It was the kind of can't get right that you saw getting right. It wasn't the can't get right where you just didn't have any faith. It wasn't, oh, this boy can't get right, I'm done. That's not what it was. It was, oh, he can't get right. Ooh, did you see that? You see that? Did you see that? He was getting sacked the last game. He's starting to have some life. I'm telling y'all. I'm not going to divulge everything I've seen. I'm telling you. I'm not going to divulge it. I agree with you, House Junkies. He's not bad. He just needs to learn how to run for his run. The problem is, my guy, nah, he can't do it. He can't do it. He can't do it. And that's why he's just got to learn how to do the other things outside of that makes it look like he's great at. Whatever it is that needs to be done, but not running. And that's why it was so ugly and terrifying to look at in the beginning. It's the speed of the game is so different. If I can tell y'all anything, I'll never forget the speed of the game from every level. I was one of the very few. I was one of the very, very, very few. I got stories for days, ladies and gentlemen. I was one of the very few that got to play varsity as a very true freshman. Very true freshman. And the only reason, because one of the baddest mofos on the planet, Tyrone Kimber. Shout out to Ty Kimber. Still on my Facebook. Go hit him up now. Say, hey, we heard you was dope. I promise you, one of the best running backs to ever gloss the state of Connecticut. Having issues. Remember that guy? Remember that coach I was telling y'all about, that Coach Carney? Remember I had this conversation earlier here where I was like, we had to get rid of that coach. We didn't get rid of him till my junior year. So as my freshman year, Coach Carney was still there. And that's why I kind of had a special place for him, because he ain't letting no freshman play. Coach Carney didn't let freshmen play. Ty Kimber sat out. I was next up. Because came in the building. Yes, hey. I did my thing. Everybody thought I died one play. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. I was playing against Simsbury. Teasley. This kid's name was Teasley. Straight out of the hood, Blue Hills Ave. Teasley. He had no business going to Simsbury. It was private, too expensive. Just keeping it 100. Teasley. 6'2", 250. Quarterback, running back, defensive lineman, defensive linebacker. He played it all. Turf came through the hole. Turf got up somehow, but I'm telling you right now, nobody expected Turf to get up. It's the first time I got hit. I didn't see stars or nothing. Literally, my whole back, from the tip of my neck down into my butt, cracked. I'll never ever understand how to explain that. I don't know how I got up, other than my mom always taught me, get your ass up, don't let nobody see you hurt. They was both, my mother and father both on the sideline. I sitting right there. It was one of those moments, ladies and gentlemen, where you could hear a pin drop. Everyone knew the freshman just got murdered. Murdered. It was nasty. I got up though. I got to the sideline. I got to the sideline. I got to the sideline. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I was a true freshman dealing with. This was back when it's I don't know any other way to explain it. It's just not what it is today. And I got receipts. I made it, man. I made it. So yeah. I was a running back. Yes, sir. You looking at Emmitt Smith. That's the other story I like to tell people, because I think it'll give you a better it will give you a better appreciation for Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith, 5'9", 205, 4'6", 40. I actually had a better 40. I was faster than him, stronger than him, everything. Dude, I come nowhere close to Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith, stone cold linebackers at 260, 250, running 4.5s. Like he was 260. I don't think people understand Emmitt Smith. There's a reason he's at the top of that list. I'm telling y'all. Look, Barry Sanders is probably, if I had to say who if I had to pick one guy, I have no problem admitting this. Everybody should know who my favorite guy is on the planet. He knows it. I've told him. I've had conversations. Marcus Allen is the guy. My game had nothing to do with him at all, right? He's Marcus Allen. He's more of the elk of that Eric Dickerson, just looking beautiful when they run. See, I was a bruiser. I just ran people over until I got to college, and then I started to adapt a little bit of that. Man, it's funny you say this, Ike boy. You know what's wild? Man, so y'all know Turf. Anybody that watches Turf regular, they know, man, my guy Kurt. He's a legend back at home. Mr. Douglas, he's been on quite a few shows. He nicknamed me Juice Man. He actually nicknamed me Juice Man. And I actually had gotten called that quite a few times. Yeah, Juice Man. Yeah, I know. After OJ, I know, right? Not Juice. Juice Man. People still know me. Just like y'all know me as Turf. Don't know, like, right? People know me as Juice Man. Not real talk. So it's funny you put that out there. Yeah, Barry Sanders is... Yeah. Barry Sanders is... Yeah. It's absolutely... I've never seen anything. Only thing I've seen outside of Barry Sanders and with my own two eyes is Marshall Faulk. I'm just telling y'all right now. Those are the two dudes that I look at and I just don't understand how they live. I don't understand. It's like I'm starstruck. You can add Bo Jackson to that, you know. Hey, dude, my idol, quote unquote, if you will, or my guy Marcus Allen, I'm not starstruck. Dude, and the funny thing about it, y'all have seen, I got pictures. He's got my ball is signed right there. Marcus Allen is right there. All that was signed. It's all on tape, etc. Man, that guy was interested in what I did. He wanted to hear about jiu-jitsu and the stuff that I was doing in my spare time. And I thought that was way more cool than anything else. You know what I mean? I'm just putting it out there. But Charles, you are absolutely right. There's absolutely no way Emmitt's record is getting broken. There's no way. I'm telling y'all right now, 18. Look, Frank Gore, in my opinion, is a god. I mean a god that won't get touched, and he's third on the list. I don't know if y'all know what Charles over here talking about. Sweetness, I mean, he's second on the list, bro, and he's second on the list. I'm gonna just put it at that. Walter Payton is second still on the list. It just goes to show you what that man did over time. We'll never see it again. We just won't ever see it. We absolutely will never see it. Yep. So yeah, Turf got stories for days, y'all. I can't believe I've been on here for 3 hours. I need to watch time, so it's all good. I'm getting off of here. Hey, I swear, I love y'all. This is amazing to me. Even 3 people. Yeah, LT season. Yeah, dude, we gonna be here all night if we gonna talk about running backs, because y'all know I'm a running back. See, y'all getting me started with more stories. I'm telling this story because y'all put too many running back stories out here, and there's no way I'm walking out of here without talking about J.C. Crump. There's a running back born and raised out of Miami, Florida. His name is Richard J.C. for Jesus Christ, not nicknamed by him. That's by the people. The people's champ. J.C. was given to him by the people. People's champ. Richard J.C. Crump. I want y'all to put this down on your and look, this is my family. This is why I breathe, eat, and sleep and ran the ball. I was his running back, right, growing up. Long story short, Richard Crump. He's truly the first running back to ever go from high school to the pros. May not be the first player to go from high school to the pros, but he's 100% the first running back. And I want to say it was the Boston Breakers. What happened with Richard came from North Miami. And I'm telling you, he's one of the all-time greats in Miami. I don't. If you don't know what that means, I don't know what to tell you. Just go to Miami and ask about Richard from Overtown, right? Richard from Overtown, North Miami, Miami High. Just go ask. You want to know why they gave Richard J.C. Crump the nickname J.C.? Bro, this is the they thing. I just knew the dude was something that I would never become, but I was going to do everything under my power to try. But Richard J.C. Crump got the nickname Jesus Christ because they said the brother looked like he was running on water every game. The record's just out of order. I ain't making this up, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Florida. Go. Overtown don't exist no more. They kind of gentrified it. It's where I grew up. I shouldn't say where I grew up, meaning I grew up in Connecticut. But when I say I grew up going to Miami as a child, to be with my family. That's where I learned how to play tennis. It's where I play football in the concrete jungle of Overtown. Yes, very rough spot. So Richard J.C. Crump, go Google it, guys. Turf don't speak nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. And I can tell y'all right now, that's where he got the nickname from. It was given by the people. He's the first, in my opinion, real high schooler to go to the pros. He tried junior college for one semester. Didn't play a game. This wasn't his thing. Went straight to the Boston Breakers. Early 80s. Go look it up. And at one point, and it may still stand, that he had the longest touchdown from scrimmage in the USFL for the Boston Breakers. I think it was 97 yards. Richard J.C. Crump. Yep. Yeah, there was a few guys that played in the USFL in the 80s when it first broke out. And I know exactly who you're talking about, Charles. I can't think of his name. But yep, and the reason being, I mean, I'm just telling you, I mean, that was my hero was J.C. Crump. Yeah, that was my guy. Everything was about him. Yep. Yeah, I was my guy. So, yeah. I have not seen Ray Davis tape. I don't know. Yeah. I have not seen it, I'll be honest. I'd have to look into that one. I love looking at running backs. Frank Gore is one of my all-time favorites. I'm telling y'all right now, Frank Gore is one of my all-time favorite running backs of all time. All time. You're not gonna find a better running back. You know, catch out there, third every down. I don't know. I've spent a lot of time with y'all tonight. And I can't wait to spend more. This is my happy place right now. Real talk. I hope y'all enjoyed. For real. As long as we got double digits on the live and people are tuning in, I have no problems with giving stories, particularly my little typical stories that are 1 in a million of all the football players that have done this. My level, lower than my level, above my level. I just love speaking them. We all have valuable stories to be told, legends. I'm telling you, I haven't scratched the surface. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what I need to do. I need to open up a Q&A for Turf. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a homeboy. Hey, Tony, you have no idea how deadly you're. Bro, my boy Coop, Cedric Woodrow Cooper, Benson Bunny, Omaha, Nebraska. This fool bench close grip, 450 pounds as a freshman in college. A freshman in college benched 450 pounds close grip. And you know why he benched it close grip? Because he was never taught how to bench properly ever at all. Speak to the brother almost every other day. He's a principal in Lincoln, Nebraska. About to get up out of there. Hope I don't get you bum rush, Coop. I got crazy stories. Name some other dudes 450 pounds naturally close grip. Not this. He was right here and don't know how to bench no other way. I just went to the gym and just grabbed it right here and I just did it like that. That's what I did. That's sad. Man, Charles, I didn't know that Marcus was your guy. Well, you definitely want to look at my past stuff, my stuff I got now. He's the reason why I wore that number my whole life. I wore number 31 for a brief time, I believe, and as a freshman, but that was only on junior varsity, like I say, until I got moved up because Ty Kimber got hurt. All this stuff, all these receipts and stuff. Ty Kimber is on my Facebook right now. Still looking beautiful. Ty Kimber, he was the lady. Ty's still pulling the ladies. Like you can go check him out. I'm telling you, he was that guy, but he was one of the best running backs that ever came through Windsor. And I'm telling y'all, that's a big statement. The one that sticks out, Sean Miller. On my Facebook. Sean Miller was the coldest running back that ever came out of Connecticut, Windsor, Connecticut. Windsor, Connecticut. All right, I gotta give Andrew Pinnock his props. He's freaking Charger / he played a couple of places. I mean, Sean didn't make it to the league, but the truth is, everybody and their mama knows he absolutely should have been in the league out of Windsor. So I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. 3 full hours. This was fun. This is beautiful. Look, we need to do a Q&A, right? Q&A with Turf. I got plenty of stories. I love to hear some of y'all stories because I know some of y'all played too, right? And it doesn't see. That's why I say everybody has stories to tell. We can all learn from them, laugh from them, and have a good time. But I appreciate y'all. This was a special one. I knew it would go long, but Jesus, y'all, 3 hours, and I still have people actually have probably fake accounts, right? We'll see. We'll see. Hey, Turf is out. I mean, I don't see how we can't be happy about that. It should. So I immediately set myself up. Dissecting, you guys know how to do. So that's it.